I was just down in Atlanta, Georgia to meet with the Ed Slott Master Elite IRA advisors, which Ed Slott's a CPA from New York that trains about 300 financial advisors around the country. It requires a biannual commitment to meet with him to talk about all the different IRA changes that have happened. And what was interesting that came out in this meeting is if there's mistakes made with rollovers where we don't get it in the 60 days, some of us know that, or some of the different things that can happen with IRAs because they're different types of accounts. The IRS has basically changed the rules of challenging those mistakes and trying to get them corrected. They've raised the price to challenge that, so there's a fee to this, and quite frankly, they've denied every single challenge within the last year. So what does that mean for clients, and what does that mean for our clients? We have to make sure we understand all the rules. There are no do-overs. There's no putting things back in place. If the mistake is made, it's over, and taxes have to be paid. Ed Slott's words, it's like a tube of toothpaste. Once it comes out, we can't get it back in, so we have to make sure that we understand all the rules and all of our rights so that we don't make those big mistakes.
So it sounds like a financial advisor really has to keep up on what's going on with IRS changes.
Well, with IRA accounts in particular and 401ks, those monies that we haven't paid tax on, the rules are different. And so we have to understand all the different complexities because an example could be I retire from work, I have a 401k, the company cuts me a check, I go out on vacation, I forget all about it, I send it to my financial advisor, they forget all about it, and if the monies don't get back into that account in an appropriate time, that money's going to be taxable. And there's no way that we can go back and fix that. Now, in the past, we could do what's called a private letter ruling where we're appealing to the IRS. We pay a fee to do that. Like I said, the fee has now raised to $10,000, so we have to pay $10,000 to the IRS for a private letter ruling. And what's happening now is we're paying that $10,000 and the IRS is saying, sorry, no go. There's no way to fix that. And so all of those complexities with rollovers, changing IRA accounts, moving from one account to another, any type of withdrawals, we really have to know that our advisor understands all the rules because they are forever changing, and that's why the Ed Slott Group requires us to meet every 6 months because those changes are very, very quick. We get a book that's about 1.5 inches thick every 6 months with all the new complexities that have come in with IRA accounts. And so he's a great resource for us. He's a great resource for potential clients. You can go to his website at irahelp.com. It's one of the best websites for IRA information out there. So I would suggest that if you're having questions, that's a great place to start.
And I understand that this situation might also trigger an audit, and it kind of all started with the financial advisor that really wasn't doing his homework.
Well, many times this can happen where we make a mistake, and so we want to try to fix that mistake, and so we go to our financial advisor and say, hey, help us, something happened here, we didn't do the right thing, and as the financial advisor begins to go down the path, and maybe they contact the IRS says, okay, well, let's look at this mistake and figure out what happens, and then ultimately that can open up a whole other can of worms. And we've seen instances where advisors have made mistakes, and next thing you know, they're going back to the tax returns and saying, all right, well, let's see how we can adjust any of this stuff. And now everything's fair game, and a whole new audit comes in, and it may have cost us more money now because of maybe some other mistakes that had been made in the past. And so that's why it's so important that we don't want to have mistakes. We want to know the rules. We want to ensure ourselves that we know exactly what we're doing because IRA accounts, 401k accounts, 403b, all those retirement plans, they are different. They have different sets of rules, different sets of withdrawal provisions, different taxation, different penalties, and it's very important that we understand all of them and all of the different ages that all of these things come into play as well.